Hello student, once again welcome to my YouTube channel Navodaya Academy. We are Navodaya Kalam se Kranti. In today's video we are going to discuss about Pythagoras theorem and Pythagorean triplet. Let us start our discussion with Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? In any right angle triangle, the square of the length of hypotenuse will be equal to the sum of the square of the length of other two sides. What is other two sides? This is base and perpendicular. If we want to summarize the whole statement of Pythagoras theorem in one line, then it will be square of hypotenuse is equal to square of base plus square of perpendicular. Hypotenuse can be written as h, so it will become h square. Base can be written as b, so it will become b square, and perpendicular can be written as p, then it will become p square. Now let us try to understand which side will be hypotenuse and which side will be base and which side will be perpendicular in this right angle triangle. Here the things about which we have to focus is that this theorem will be applicable only for right angle triangle. Now let us understand what is hypotenuse, what is base, and what is perpendicular. The side opposite to 90 degree. The side opposite to 90 degree will be known as hypotenuse. So it will h. Now the side opposite to theta will be perpendicular side. So it will become p. Now the side which are attached with angle theta will become base. So in this manner of way, this will become hypotenuse, it will become perpendicular, and it will become base. From here, h square is equal to b square plus p square. On the basis of square of hypotenuse is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Some questions are asked frequently in examination like that. A triangle is given to you, and it was mentioned there this angle will be 90 degree, and if the length of this side is 5 centimeter and the length of this side will be 12 centimeter, then they ask about this side, length of this side AC. So they mention that in a triangle ABC, if angle B is equal to 90 degree and AB is equal to 5 centimeter and BC is equal to 12 centimeter, then what is the length of AC? So here, after saying the question, the first thing which must become in our mind that this triangle will be right angle triangle, and the information which was asked in this question is based on sides. So we know that h square is equal to p square plus b square. So here angle opposite side opposite to 90 degree will be AC, so it will become AC square. Now sum of the other two sides, sum of the square of other two sides, so it will become perpendicular square, that means p 5 square, and it will become 12 square. So from here what we get, 5 square will be 25 and 12 square will be 144 here square. From here AC square will come out 69. From here we get AC is equal to under root 69. If we factorize 169, then we get 13 into 13. From here we get 13 centimeter is our answer. So the length of AC will be 13 centimeter. On the basis of Pythagoras theorem, so one more kind of question was asked like that. A triangle is given to you and it is a general triangle. So here they will give you the length of this side is 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and this one will be 3 centimeter. On the basis of that, they ask what kind of triangle this is. Now we know that in this question the length of each side will be given. If they ask on the basis of sides, so it will become scalene triangle because the length of all sides are not equal. But when they ask it on the basis of angle, then what is our procedure? So let us check by Pythagoras theorem whether we find that the sum of the square of any two sides will be equal to the square of one side. Now here we see that the maximum length of side will be 5 centimeter, and we know that angle and the angle opposite to the side whose length is maximum will be 90 degree. So from here we can say that 5 square is equal to 4 square plus 3 square. From here what we are getting? 25, 16 plus 9. From here 25 is equal to 25. We are getting here LHS is equal to RHS. Here both sides are coming equal. That means this triangle may be, definitely not maybe, this triangle must be right angle triangle. Now which angle will be 90 degree? If this triangle is PQR, whether angle P is 90 degree or angle Q is 90 degree or angle R is 90 degree. I have told you few seconds before that the angle opposite to the side whose length is maximum will be 90 degree. Here we observe that this side have maximum length, so angle opposite to this side will be this one. So this angle will become 90 degree. So on the basis of Pythagoras theorem, these are two major kind of question which are asked in examination. First you write down, then we will move on Pythagorean triplet. Now let us try to understand Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet will be combination of three numbers which satisfy the condition of Pythagoras theorem. What is the basic formula of Pythagorean triplet? This is 2m m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. Here m is natural number, and the value of m must be greater than 1. So let us discuss some question based on Pythagorean triplet. So there is a one question in class 8th NCERT book, that is write a Pythagorean triplet. Write a Pythagorean triplet whose smallest member is 8. Whose smallest member is 8. So before proceeding to such kind of problem, let me give some example on the basis of Pythagorean triplet. If someone asks you to make a Pythagorean triplet for m is equal to 2, so take m is equal to 2 and put it this equation. From here we will get 2m is equal to 2 into 2, so it will become 4. Now from m square minus 1 we get 2 square minus 1, that means 4 minus 1, so 3. From m square plus 1 we get 2 square plus 1, that means 4 plus 1. From here what we get? 5. Now 5 square is equal to 4 square plus 3 square. From Pythagoras theorem, here we are getting 25 is equal to 16 plus 9, so 25 is coming out equal to 25. So the number, the combination of 3, 4, 5 is Pythagorean triplet. Now in this question it was asked that the smallest member of Pythagorean triplet will be 8. So from this triplet we can't justify whether 2m is smaller than or m square minus 1 is smaller than. We have to cross check it. So for condition 1, let us take 2m is equal to 8, because we know that either this value will be smaller or this value will be smaller. It will be larger than this one and this one. Why? Because here we are subtracting 1 from m square, here we are taking the square of m. So this will be larger value, either this value will be lesser or this value will be lesser. So let us check. Then from here we are getting m is equal to 4. Now if m square minus 1 is equal to 8, then from here we are getting m square is equal to 9. So from here we are getting m is equal to 3. Whereas we are getting m is equal to plus minus 3, but here clearly mentioned then m is a natural number, so we take only plus value, so it will be only 3. Now when m is equal to 4, then 2m is equal to 8, and then m square minus 1, that means 4 square minus 1. From here we are getting 16 minus 1, that is equal to 15, and then m square plus 1. From here we are getting 4 square plus 1, that means 16 plus 1, it will 17. So we are getting 8, 15 and 17. Now when we take m is equal to 3, then 2m will be 2 into 3, that means 6, and m square plus 1 will become 3 square plus 1, that is 9, 1, 10. That means from here we are getting 6, 8 and 10. Here in this question it was asked that smallest number will be 8. So here we are saying that 8 is the smallest number, but in this condition 8 is not the smallest number. So our correct answer is this one, not this one. Please keep it in your mind. Now in this question it is given to find a Pythagorean triplet in which one member is 12. So this 12 may be equal to this value, or this value, or that value. So we have to first check that 12 will be equal to which value. Now if we take 2m is equal to 12, then from here we are getting 12 by 2, so m will be 6. Now if we take m square minus 1 is equal to 12, then we get m is equal to 13, m square is equal to 13, then from here what we are getting, m is equal to under root 13. Now if we take m square plus 1 is equal to 12, then from here we are getting m square is equal to 11, so m equal to under root 11. But we know that the condition on m will be, m must be natural number and greater than 1. So from here we are not getting natural number, also from here we are not getting natural number. So for being one member 12 of a Pythagorean triplet, 12 must be equal to 2m. From here we are getting m is equal to 6, so take m square minus 1. From here we are getting 6 square minus 1, it will be 36 minus 1, so it will be equal to 35. Now proceed for this one, it will be m square plus 1, so 6 square plus 1, it will become 36 plus 1, that is 37. So the triplet which we are getting is 12, 35, 37. If you want to cross check it, then check it by h square is equal to p square plus b square. Let me just check it. From here we are getting highest side is 37 square, so p will be take any one, and 35 square. From here we are getting 144, and 35 square will be equal to 12, 25. So if we add it, and if we square 37, then also we are getting this value. So LHS is coming out equal to RHS. So this one will be our desirable Pythagorean triplet. आज के वीडियो में इतना ही, मिलते हैं एक नए वीडियो में एक नए लेक्चर के साथ. तब तक आप हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें. थैंक यू सो मच.